This might be hard for some women to hear, but men are not morally obliged to stay in a sexless marriage. Just as no woman signs up to be sex slaves of their partner, neither does any man sign up for decades of celibacy and lack of any intimacy. We have to understand that loyalty is about more than just physically committing not to sleep with someone else. It's about committing to the marriage vows that you took, of being in relationship with that person. And if you're withholding love and affection and respect, you are not being loyal, and you are not upholding the marriage vows that you took.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. It is a new day. We thank the good Lord it's a new day. Thank God it is a new day. So good to see you again. Thanks for stopping by. It's me again, WJ. Wow. We got something interesting to watch and react to together. This video was sent to me, the one we're about to watch and listen to. It's a lady now talking to married folks. She's in a marriage. They have a supposedly beautiful marriage, but she has one complaint. And the complaint is that the husband loves her too much. He wants her intimacy with her too much. So she decided to take the husband to court so they can sign an intimacy contract, an intimacy agreement. Now, in marriage, we do understand, for those who are married, you take a vow. Obviously, if there are issues, you want to work them out. No one is advocating for divorce. No. That's not what we're saying here. Everything can be worked out well. But I think there are certain things that should be talked about indoors as well. That's my opinion. This is something, marriage is for two matured people, as it should be. Well, I want you to watch this video and you be the judge. Let us know what you think. If the judge was right, you listen to the man, you listen to the woman. And this is in a marriage setting. They're not fooling around. They're not messing around. They're not shacking up. They're not hooking up. This is a marriage. Please put your comments in the comment section below, and let's react to this together. Take a look.
I am here, Judge Penny, because I would like to come to an agreement with my husband, Michael, about our sexual intimacy in our marriage. I feel that it's causing a lot of distress at the moment in our marriage because I feel that my husband would like to have sex pretty much all the time, every day, twice a day, 3 times a day. And I, just being a busy working mom, I'm just feeling that I would like to probably do it maybe once or twice a week. But we argue constantly about it, and it's causing a lot of problems.
Even the judge is smiling.
And how you doing, Michael?
I'm doing great, Judge. I feel like I'd like to come to a intimacy agreement because it's not just about sex.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You've come to court, and you're hoping that I can help you to come to some resolution over your disagreements regarding how many times you have sex and the intimacy of that. So you do understand that every man in America is waiting on this decision like it's a Supreme Court decision. All jokes aside.
Honestly, I do feel there's some underlying issues here. Because for someone you love, there should be that understanding. You should be willing to accommodate each other. Somebody wants it too many times. Somebody doesn't want it that many times. You should be able to come to an agreement, a common ground, a consensus. You want it 7 times, you want it twice. We can say we have it 3 times, and it should be okay. I do feel there's some underlying problems here, but let's just listen and go.
Though, it is probably one of the most critical issues faced in a marriage. Now, I know that you're saying he wants sex a little more. Mm-hmm. All right. Let me hear from you, Michael.
You know, Judge, I got to be honest. The good times were really good. And I was dating a girl. Okay. And she told me about this Australian girl. She's awesome. She's telling me how cool she was. And I was thinking, that's great. I mean, she's from Australia. I'm from Portland, Africa, originally. Okay. That's 400 years ago.
Now,
What's
what
up,
do you
brother?
do, Michael?
Hey, I'm a dad. I'm a father.
Okay.
I'm a salesman.
Okay, we can tell you in some kind of selling.
Well,
Okay.
I'm trying to.
We
I'm
can
selling
see how
for
you
all
ended
the
up getting
good
us.
men, Judge.
Okay.
All the good brothers
All
that are
right,
out there.
all right,
And you
all
got a good brother, right?
Oh, you know I do, baby. Don't worry about that. So tell me now, though. She's saying you want it every day?
You know, yeah.
Come clean now. Come on.
I'm a big judge. Look at my wife.
She's beautiful.
She is not beautiful. She is flat out beautiful.
She's flat out beautiful.
And,
Okay.
Wow, that's a real compliment. That's a good thing. To have a wife and to love your wife and to be attracted to your wife. Beautiful thing. And he is. What she's complaining about, many, many others would gladly accept. If I were to talk to this woman, I'll say, hey, be mindful now. And you're putting yourself out there, even more dangerous. You got to be very careful now.
But, you know, it's not just about sex for me. It's about being intimate.
I really do think that
Yeah,
that is
huh?
an issue, particularly when you're married. It's my understanding you all waited before.
Yeah, we didn't kiss.
Okay, didn't even kiss? On the wedding day, though, when you kissed her, you knew there was a problem?
You know what, Judge? I did.
Okay.
And so here I come out, and, you know, I got my suit on. I'm ready. I've been pure. I've set an example for the men out there in the areas of being right.
Okay.
So I walk up the altar, and
He
I'm
was
ready to get
celibate.
married to my wife. He gets up there, and then he says, will you marry him? She says, yes. You marry her? Yes. You may kiss the bride. I go for a kiss. Turned her head. I got the side of her lip.
Wow.
Why?
Wow.
I just got really intimidated. Because
Let me just stop you for a second. Aside from the fact that this man, the husband, on his wedding day, got the shock of his life from the woman he's been waiting on, and we heard him. I've been preserving myself, and I wanted to be an example for other men, as he should be. I commend this guy a lot. We need more men like that. It's also a very, very shameful to friends and family members and acquaintances that might have even attended the wedding. Very bizarre. It's a thing of shame. A hit on his ego. Your woman on your wedding day refuses to kiss you. Not even just a slight lip to lip. You don't have to get all nasty. You don't have to do all the crazy stuff. Just do. You may kiss the bride. And she turns her face. I think there's more to the story. There's a bigger problem. And this is why also we all need some serious counseling before we get into it. We've got to talk about everything. I'm not saying experiment. No. Talk about it. Be open. Talk about these things. It will help uncover some of and psychological issues that we may have. Because if this was talked about in counseling, I'm sure they might have noticed some of her reactions, not being open to some of this conversation, and that might have opened some can of worms. But we're here now. Let's keep on listening.
there was so much expectation on that kiss. And we'd never kissed. So I'm a
You
very
had never
private-
kissed either?
Nothing.
Expectation. That's your wedding day.
I could see. Now, I'm married to a preacher, so I'm trying to be careful about this. I could see if you choose not to have sex before. I could
Of course,
understand.
as you should
But
do.
not kissing? That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that's a closeness that I don't really think that would have been inappropriate, no matter how you see it.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
And so I'm concerned that you had a problem because even on your wedding day, the most precious day, there shouldn't have been any kind of embarrassment any kind of way. How'd you grow up? Was sex taboo in your family?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a big thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We can't
Yeah.
act like it's not.
Yeah.
Tell me about the relationship. Because you know what was interesting? You said in my notes that you thought the sex was good up until 5 months. And you said that the sex was good up until your child was born. What did you call good sex? When you say the 5 months it was good, what made it good?
You know, what made it good was, you know, it was encouraging. It was mutual.
So what's good intimacy?
It's good.
Okay. But I understand that he does the flowers, he does the cards,
He's
Poems.
doing everything he
you
needs to
write
do.
poems.
Yeah, I wrote her poems. Judge, I got her flowers this morning.
You did?
Yeah.
That was wonderful.
You know why?
Why?
Even on
Not
that
because
court
I'm coming
date.
to court. I'm trying to impress. But to just as a sign to let her know I really love her unconditionally.
Let me tell you something. One thing I know is that I feel that you all love each other.
Yeah.
But what I'm thinking is that it's more than just the sex. There's something else going on. Both of you
agree.
are bodybuilders?
We've competed.
You have? And do you all think you have a competition between the two of you? Could that be a part of it?
Yep. Yep. Now you go. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting to it now. I know I'm going to get to it. Now,
We
one
got
thing
past
about
the
me, it might take me a
appetizers.
while to get there, but I'm going to get to the issue. Do you think he thinks you're like a trophy wife?
I've crossed my mind.
You know, maybe there's some truth in that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to pressure, my heart isn't for her to be a trophy. My heart is for her to believe in herself. And so the reason I want her on my arm and the reason why I dote on her and I encourage her isn't because it's about the show. It's really about her feeling good about herself.
I feel like there is a expectation of me that's somewhat superficial, and it's not hitting something that I need. I don't know what it is. Like the flowers and all of that is awesome, but there's something missing.
What
There's
is it that
something
you
that I
want?
need.
You know,
I
just hear my
I need
impression.
your help with that. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I think it's got to do with the trophy. I think it's got to do with Michael putting me up in this sort of that I'm this glamour queen
You want him to love you?
for who I am.
Yes.
Like, you're going to love me if I'm 1 million pounds overweight.
Let me tell you something. From the bottom of my heart, what you're saying, all of us, every woman can relate to this on some level. Do you know what I mean? Particularly when you come from a background where you have some baggage.
Right.
There's a lot to overcome anyway. But
Yep.
just feeling what and looking at you in your eyes, I don't really feel that you're as happy as one would think. Could I be right?
Now, just before we go on and wrap this up with the judge analyzing the entire case and giving her own perspective, I think there's more to it. The only thing I have an issue with is, did she, the wife, ever let the husband know all of this was going on? I don't think they had a conversation. The sanctity of the marriage was breached. You never had this discussion with him. This should have been talked about. This should have been discussed in the four walls of your home, not out here. But let's just go on and finish this up and see what's going on here.
You know, we came in the court at the beginning saying it's about sex.
Yeah.
Every man was thinking, well, I can't wait to how this is going to go down. Because every man wants the sex.
Right.
But then when I started looking at her, that's the one good thing I have about being a judge, is that I can just look beyond what I see. And there is a brokenness that took place that he may never be able to repair for you. What do you want from him? What do you want from your marriage?
To be happy.
No, deeper than that.
Yeah, she's damaged.
Wanting perfection.
Definitely
wanting
damaged.
to be fixed. I want him to be everything that my family wasn't.
He comes along and he finds his dream girl. Because that's what she is, right?
Yeah.
And although it looks like it's about the sex, it's not. It's about when you said, I want to be fixed. Because there's so many of us that are walking around, I finally am whole. And it did not come from a position or a title. And I want you to hear this. And it did not come from a man. He can't fix you. You're going to be the only person that can fix you. And I don't care how often people tell you how beautiful you are and everything, that seems to hurt even more. Am I right?
Yeah, it doesn't.
No, it has no meaning.
No meaning.
And I suspect when he gives you the flowers and the cards, since we're all being honest, and this is not meant to hurt your feelings, do you feel anything from it?
Not much.
Not a thing.
And it's sad because he's trying so hard.
The worst thing in the world is to believe that you're the only ones having it. You are not the only people experiencing it. You are not going to tell me a couple that appears to have everything. In some ways, you have everything, yet you have nothing. This man is too good to lose. But don't give this good man to another woman. I would not let him go. I don't know everything that's going on, but I wouldn't let him go. So what you do is, I'm going to advise that you all go and get a good counselor. And really, you're going to go with her because it's very important. You really want the woman that you thought you were getting. She says she wants to be fixed. You can't do it. So you're going to go to counseling. And then after counseling, you have to know in the meantime that you're going to be fixed. And so eventually it's going to come and you're going to wake up one day. You're going to be able to say what I said. I feel whole. And it's going to be just fine. And when you wake up, you're going to have this great man next to you. But you've got to understand also, she's got a 3-year-old, and she doesn't want to feel like a trophy wife. Right. So sometimes, even when you want it, it's just a big sacrifice. Nobody wants to sacrifice in marriage, and nobody said it was going to be easy. Right. It's hard work. So what I'm going to do is, it's really plaintiff defendant. It's almost like I'm fighting for both, but I'm going to find that you all go to counseling, because I think that is important. And I really do believe that it is important that you have sex with your husband. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't care. Notice he didn't say, Judge, don't make her do it. Don't make her do it.
I'm listening to you, Judge.
Get
You know,
some
go ahead. You do a good
candlelight.
job. I'm
Take
gonna
you a
listen.
glass of wine if you can. If it's something on the list, and trust me, I'm a list person, put it at the top of the list. Do it before you go to work. Put it at the top of the list.
Come on.
Okay?
That is funny.
We're going to get you some counseling. I'm going to leave.
Well, there you have that. If you're married, you want to ensure that you stick to the vows. We all need to. We're not talking about somebody misusing somebody here. No. This is part of the top of the list in the marriage vows. Consummate the marriage, intimacy, that's how we connect. Very important. If one loves it more than the other, it's okay. That's why you're married. You figure things out. Look for a common ground, but ensure that you are intimate. It's essential. And don't make it like a chore. Enjoy it. People will kill out there. People are dying to be in a marriage setting where they have their one man and their one woman, a husband and a wife, one and only, not shared by anybody else, and enjoy this. So if you've got something good, take care of it. Please put your comments in the comment section below. Let us know what you think about this. In the end, I think the husband won the case based on what the judge just laid out. They need counseling. There's more to the story. There's some underlying issues, but I think it can be rectified. And they will. I'm praying they finally get it rectified. Hey, you know how we like to close it out? We just like to remind ourselves that we've got one life with many seasons. So let's make the best of it. God bless you. I'll see you soon. You take it now. Bye for now.